Hey guys, we're really excited to announce we have launched our software tool, which will automate listing to Shopify and Etsy. What does that mean for you? It means listing time no longer takes hours. Instead, it takes minutes or even seconds when done in bulk. So what you'll be able to do is take your designed image file, drag and drop it into PrintShrimp, and it will automatically have the mockups, titles, descriptions, tags, and all the other listing metadata that is required for Shopify and Etsy. Now, this is good for you because it means that you can list more products online. Now, Etsy is a volume game, and to succeed, number one, you need to make high quality posters that look really good and are likely to sell. And two, you need to do a lot of volume of it. The big bottleneck with that is listing online. It does take a long time, and it means that because you can list more, you'll be able to sell more, which means more money and a more successful Etsy store. So two new things have been added. One is the bulk listing page and the other is the tools page. Most of this you've already seen, but the two new ones are bulk list and bulk mockup. We're going to be looking at bulk list today. Now, this is a paid feature. It's paid because it genuinely costs us money to run it. And also at the end of the day, we are a business. This is really, really, really powerful and useful, but it is important to note it isn't actually 100% required. PrintShrimp has been running for just over 2 years now. We've sold hundreds of thousands of posters, and every single one of those posters was listed manually. So it's not required. However, it will save you so much time. It really is amazing what we've created and built, and we're really proud to show it to you. There is a free plan which has 5 free listings, and we'll also do a few free weekends here and there. But ultimately, this is going to be a paid tool and offering in PrintShrimp. So before we start, we need to create a template. And basically what a template is, it's going to set like your mockups, your default tags and description and data, and you'll only set it up once and it will be used forever. So at the start, I would recommend doing a generic template, giving the software a try first, and then coming back to refine it, which will make more sense later. So for example, this is just going to be a template for posters, but let's say I had a shop selling pet prints. I could make specific templates for specific subcategories. So I could make like a template just for dogs and a template just for cats. And that means that if I wanted specific keywords for cats and dogs, I could separate them in different templates. That will make more sense later. So first thing we need to do is select the mockups. So you guys are super lucky. We have a batch of about 100 to 200 mockups that you guys can use for free. There is also a community tab as well, which is currently empty. But if you were to buy mockups or make your own mockups and you wanted to submit them to the community, you can do so here and share and help each other. So for now, I'm just going to click generic mockups that I like the look of. You can select up to 6 for 1 listing credit. If you select one more than 6, it will use 2 credits. So 1 credit is for 1 listing. You really do not need more than 6. Most of the ones we've seen is kind of 4, but yeah, if you want to use all 6, it's up to you. So once we've selected the mockups that we want, and if you're not happy with any of these, go onto Etsy and just buy some for yourself within your own niche. It's important to note that this tool only works for A series or A size designs. So you should be designing in A size on Canva. And the reason for this is because all of these mockups need to fit A sizes. So if we had like a landscape mockup, it wouldn't quite fit. It's something that we're going to add in the future, but for now it's just A size. If you really don't want A size, please drop us an email and we'd like to ask why. Because yeah, I should be designing an A series, but if you've got a genuine reason and there's lots of people with this reason, then it's something we'll add quicker. So I've added 6 mockups. There's 2 other things that we can add. One is going to be a listing photo. So you can see on Tom's store, on his on his listing, he's got like this, like any special requests, a discount, and also just his branding. So this means you can add it to every single listing. So I've added that now. There's also add a listing video. Again, we can look at Tom's store. On his shop, he has a video, and then if you hover on the listing on Etsy, it will play the video and it leads to higher conversions. Both these things aren't 100% necessary. It's something you can optionally add, and it does work from within inside the template. So we're all good to go just like that. So the next stage is AI content settings. So what the template does is uses AI and takes the image and that does the title, description, and tags. This is how you can customize it. So, for example, if you don't like the word print and you like the word poster, you could write this here. So don't use print, use poster. Or again, if you were just saying this template was just for cats, you could like add some cat keywords here. So if you wanted like kitten must be included in every title, it will do that. If you're finding that it's not listening to what you're saying or you want to add quite a lot, there is a custom mode, and that will basically reset all of the other prompts that we have behind the scenes. So like we've got like a core prompt that the AI will use, and the stuff you're adding here on easy mode will just add on top of that prompt. But if it's causing confusion, you can go to custom, but you'll need to add quite a lot of stuff. So we recommend using easy mode. For now, I'm going to leave it because I don't need to do that. So next is the description template. So previously, when you were listing manually, it's very time intensive to go into every single image or poster and like write a SEO keyword description that is like relevant to that specific image. So again, if you go to Tom's shop, you can see his description. It's very generic. It doesn't have anything specific about this Henry Matisse poster. So in his case, what he would do would copy this template that he has and paste it in here. So it means that this generic description will be used for every single post that he lists. And then the AI, which we kind of like spoke about here, will add like a medium, short, or long keyword description above that. So yeah, you can use the example that we have set. I'd recommend maybe changing it a little bit so they're not all the same and identical. But yeah, it's really not a big deal if you just want to use what we've set. Personalization, self-explanatory. With regards to the category, you have two options. One is digital prints, one is wall decor. Again, doesn't really matter. I will say that digital prints inside of Etsy will like list to a few more categories. Wall art, I think, is 4 different categories. Digital prints is 6 from my memory. It's up to you. Tom does wall decor. Lots of other print shops do digital prints. We default to digital prints because it puts it in more categories. There's some also additional AI attributes here, which again, if it's your first time, I would leave it. But it's basically telling the AI, do you want to automatically fill out color, star, occasion, if it's relevant. If you're finding that it's not working properly or you don't want to add it, you could just uncheck it. But we can leave all of this stuff for now. Default tags is tags that would, again, be generic to every single listing. So again, if I had done cat poster up here, and I wanted every single listing to have the tag kitten poster, I'd add that here. Again, it's up to you. And again, for your first one, do a generic thing so you can get the feel for it. And then you can kind of like iterate after that. So you're not going like super deep and super detailed, get some posters listed, kind of figure out what you're doing. And then you can go from there. Pricing, again, I would just leave as it is. It does depend on your niche and your competition and how much money you are spending on ads and want to make. This recommended pricing is what our experience is, and it's solid. Again, it does depend on your niche, and it's up to you. If you want to make more money, add more. If you want to make less, but maybe sales, reduce it. And then lastly, the profiles will automatically import from Etsy. Now, let's say you haven't set up your Etsy shipping profiles before, and you're listing for the first time from PrintShrimp. You need to go onto Etsy to set these up, and it tells you where to do it here. And then once you've set it up, you just come back and click refresh Etsy settings, and it will import them, and you won't lose what you've done above. If you have like multiple shipping profiles or multiple return and exchanges, just make sure that we've selected the correct one. So for now, we are done with our template. So we need to get our print ready files set up. So the way that it works, to save you time, we will take the name of the file, we'll give it to the AI so it has some context, and we'll use it for a SKU as well. So that the name of your file will be what PrintShrimp uses as the SKU. So we're just going to drag and drop these. These are stuff that I've just found online. We will not be listing them to Etsy, and they're all varied variety. So you can see the AI can do basically every kind of type of poster. So you'll just drag and drop. And as I said before, we need to make sure it's A size. So we're now checking, are your files actually A size? Are they going to fit in the mockups that you just selected? Turns out 2 of these are not A size. So it's up to you. You can go away and redesign them. or we can just skip past them, which is what I'm going to do. If your files are not in A size, I would say design in A size. And if there's a really good reason not to do so, please send us an email, and we'd love to hear why, so we can improve our services. Cool. So I said that our SKUs are going to be taken from the file name before. So Air France is like this file name here. Problem is with Etsy, they'll only let you have a 32 character SKU. So we're going to cut it down for you and add like a random number at the end just to check you're happy. Don't worry about copying this and then going and making it the same on your computer, because when you upload the image files from your computer to PrintShrimp, it's in PrintShrimp. It matches in PrintShrimp. Etsy and PrintShrimp are matched. So you don't need to worry about the files again. So we're just going to click generate. Okay. Last piece of information with the images, just make sure your image sizes are not crazy high. We have set a 50 megabyte limit. Your sizes don't need to be more than that. And if they are, you're doing something wrong when you're creating the design. So if you're like creating an A0, then upscaling for a second time after you've upscaled from the AI, you don't need to do that. It'll create massive files. And it makes this process slower. It makes the ordering process slower, and it makes the printing process slower. So for everyone, all of our top sellers have file sizes under 20 megabytes with no worries at all. So I'll come back when this is done. Okay, all of our files are now in PrintShrimp. So we would click generate all to get the AI and the mockups to all work. One thing before that, again, it's really important to have high quality posters and high quality listings. The AI won't get everything. To be honest, it'll probably get 90%. But if there's a really niche piece of information the AI needs to know but wouldn't know, you can add it in the AI hints here. So for example, this print here was made in 1953. The model's never going to know that. So yeah, you can either have it in the actual name of the file, because that gets sent to the AI. If it's not in there, you could write 1953 poster, and it would include it in like the title or description. Or for example, with this piece of art here, the artist, let's say he's called Max, so artist called Max, you can add it here because the AI wouldn't know that necessarily if it's quite a niche artist. So yeah, this is just ways that you can give the AI the best possible chance of giving you a really good title, description, and tags. Now, I did do some testing for these posters to see I would add keywords for this, this, and this. Will it get it? And it actually did. So it got that this image here was from like a film called The Queen's Gambit and stuff like that. So the AI is pretty good. I would just say, again, at first, do one run, see what it does, and then you can go back and iterate later. So we're just going to click generate all. It's now going to take the images, put it into our software, and do all of the mockups, generate all of the titles, put it in the Etsy structure, and then present it to you so you can give the green light on the listings once they're up to your standards. Okay, cool. That literally took 5 seconds. So we can see now all of the images that we uploaded have now got mockups, the videos, title, descriptions, everything is done and ready. And yeah, we can just scan through them. It's all completely done and ready to be listed to Etsy once you have verified what the AI has done is actually good. So now we can review and see, has the AI or has PrintShrimp done a good job? Yeah, super important that this works, because you will be paying money to list on Etsy. So it's really important we give that listing the best possible chance of succeeding. So what does that look like? It means reading the title, reading the little description that the AI has done. This print quality and below is that template that we made earlier, so we don't need to check that. And we can just briefly scan the tags. If I wanted to remove theatre dressing, I don't think that is relevant, so I'd remove that, and maybe we can just we can write vintage poster instead. This is important. Like the little 1%ers do add up, and it's important to not give everything to the AI, get it to do 90% of the heavy work, and we're just like kind of like the managers looking over what they're doing and checking what they're doing is okay. Again, if I wanted to make a template just for this kind of poster and I wanted certain tags in every single one, I could just go back to my template and then edit it so it would include vintage poster. But again, I'm doing lots of different types of posters, so I'm just going to do a generic one for now, which we would recommend you do, and then read and see how it goes. Now, I'm not going to check all of these, so I'm going to cheat and just do, I can't see, so I'm in the way, select all, mark as ready. Now, what's going to happen here is it will list it in drafts. So then you go into your Etsy account, go to the drafts, and if you're doing global and domestic pricing, you would add those listings in bulk. So you'd add your global and domestic pricing to those listings, and then you'd just click publish. And that is it. Again, it's a really, really efficient way to do things. Before, it would take hours to do listings. Actually, if you're doing thousands, it would actually take months. This has brought it right back down. But it's really important that the quality of the image is now the heart of what you're doing. So the quality of your poster, super duper important. We don't want you guys to like make 1,000 bad images on Midjourney and then use the software to upload them and sit back and wait, because that won't sell. When you're making your poster, really important. Will someone buy this? Does it look good? Am I proud of it? And if so, it's ready to list on Etsy to go into someone's home. Cool. So yeah, I'm not going to list it to Etsy because it's not my images, but that is everything that you need from us. Any problems or recommendations or software improvements, please do send us an email. We're really looking forward to see what you guys create and see your shops continue to succeed. See you later.